Hello everyone and welcome to another channel update vlog. It is Sunday, so that means that we are going to take a few minutes to sit down, just say hello to each other, hi guys, and kind of catch each other up on what's been going on the channel, in our community, in my life, what's going to be happening. It's been pretty awesome lately. I mean, really, this is the last channel update vlog of like 2015. Oh my gosh, that's really exciting and really like, where did time go? And I'm really glad we've been doing so many update vlogs because it's been so much fun to be able to really interact with you guys. And I feel like ever since we started doing them in August and like really regularly, it has been a fantastic way to really bring out what you guys wanted to see in our channel, in our community, to be able just to catch you guys up on what's going on in my life. And this update vlog is pretty late. I normally try to do them earlier because I am really tired. And I actually slept a lot of the day. I think I'm getting a little bit sick if you can't hear it. A little bit concerned about that. You know, some Christmas germs might be floating around, but that's okay because I have tea. And this is actually a brand new teacup that I thought I'd show you guys. It is full of very hot peach tea. I think you can actually see just a tiny bit of the steam coming off the top. So I'm going to put it down in a second because it's very hot to hold, but it has a beautiful hummingbird on it and some gorgeous flowers, if I can show it off without burning myself. Some beautiful flowers, and it is a handmade teacup from Guatemala that Darling's mom and sisters got me as a present for Christmas this year, and I thought it was amazing. So I was going to put it in this little video so you guys can see, since like what teacup I'm using in the channel updates becomes a really popular like thing to talk about in the comments. I don't know why. I mean, my teacups are awesome. But there you go. But I'm going to gently hold it carefully because it's super duper hot and not ready to drink from yet. But yes, so last channel update of 2015. The year has gone by so quickly. This last year has changed so much in my life. As our community has grown, as more people are watching our videos, as more people are like getting engaged in all of the fun adventures that we go on, and all the ways that we try to study and learn more about the natural world, some of the just goofy fun adventures we go on and the games we play, the specimen Saturdays, the exhibition Sundays, as we've been going through and doing all of those, my life has just completely changed. Like I mentioned in the last update vlog from last week, it has really gotten to the point where I can actually start taking care of my family now, where it's not just a scramble for survival anymore. And that is super surreal for me because of how hard things have always been in my family. Just because both my parents got sick, and unexpectedly, and really in very like tragic, like tragic ways. So it's been transformational this year because of you guys in the community and the time that you take to watch our adventures and to just share them with people, and it's been amazing. But I talked about that last week, and I won't talk you out about that too much, even though I don't think anyone would complain if I sit here and just tell you guys how amazing you are for like 20 more minutes, because you are. And I will go ahead and talk about what we've done with this month. So it's also the last channel update of December, and this has been the busiest December I've ever had on the channel. And it has been phenomenal. We have so many new amazing people. Hi, amazing new people. Hi, amazing old people. Hi, amazing everybody, basically. And we have done so many events. So I tend to bite off more than I can chew, just in case you can't tell. But I do try really hard to chew it, if that makes like some sort of weird metaphor-y sense. And we did really well with all of the events. So we started our special events with the like Rise of the Wolves, Wolf Quest 2.7 thing last month. And we are still carrying on with the daily Wolf Quest events because you guys are, like a subset of you guys at least, are tremendously big fans of wolves. Like to the 9th degree big fans of wolves. And so we've been carrying on the Wolf Quest Pack Legacies, Moon Pack Legacies, daily Wolf Quest adventures, and it's been phenomenally awesome. I'm actually really having an amazing time in ways I never expected to by carrying on the generations and really diving into the stories and reading how everybody like writes little paragraph fan fictions about what's been going on in like the Wolf Quest stories. And there's lots of pictures people are sending in. I'm trying to collect them and organize them so I can start showing them at the beginning of the episodes. So yeah, daily Wolf Quest has been going on, but there's been more to it, to our channel, than just that. We've had Shelter 2 come out, which is so stunningly beautiful. Oh my gosh, like I knew Shelter was beautiful and I really love Shelter. Shelter 2 was just like, I got goosebumps. I kind of teared up when the music was playing in the first game because it was really amazing. Like really love the art in it. I'm still totally confused about what the heck I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to raise my little kids to like adulthood, how they're supposed to survive. It's a game with almost no instructions and like no guides, no walkthroughs, no playthroughs. I might have to actually like peek at somebody else's Let's Play of it to see like what do I do next, but I'm really enjoying it and I'm loving it, and it's so beautiful. So I highly recommend it if you just want a really beautiful immersive game where you can play as a lynx and take care of your kits. I'm loving Shelter. What else have we done? I have my nifty little list to help keep me on track, because you guys know how much I end up rambling. We did the Christmas Wolf Litter, which just ended today. I kind of rushed it a little bit, so we did 5 episodes with Eclipse so that he could have his 3rd litter. For those of you guys who aren't following along with Wolf Quest and have no idea what I'm talking about, basically it has to do with the wolf generations, and we're starting all sorts of complicated family trees and stories, and we're really making a lot out of a game that offers a good potential. Those storylines and those kinds of things are just kind of what we're making out of the game, and that's one of the things I really love doing, taking something that looks kind of simple on the surface and through storytelling being able to turn it into something even more fantastic. So yeah, Wolf Quest, going strong. Thank you, WolfQuest people. Get together for the Simmers among us, and I know you're out there, and I am such a Simmer at my heart. I mean, our channel is like named Seri Sims because I started with Sim stories, but for the Simmers among us, Get Together came out, and I had a lot of fun doing like 2 get together videos a day for a whole week, and like doing that really fun little like bio video for Ash and Holly and putting that together. It was awesome. I think I'm definitely going to try to make those bio videos of like the Sims as they start to age and pass away. I'll try to put together little bio video clips of what the Sims were like. So we'll see if I can pull that off or not, because I love my Sim stories, and I do long plays. I don't really know anyone else that I can find. I think maybe Simply Bliss off the top of my head. And please, if you know long play Simmers out there who like keep to a family for a long time, I love watching those kinds of things personally in Sims. I love getting attached to a family and following them for generations. I'm a long-term legacy player from The Sims 2, so of course that's my style. But yeah, we have had like over 100 episodes in season 1 of The Sims 4, and we're churning our way up to like 40 in season 2. And that's not even counting the get-together episodes. So yeah, long-term Simmers, I like Sims 4 a lot, but don't worry, I have not forgotten. We still have Sims 3. We've been doing the 101 Dalmatians challenge. I haven't had time for the North Stars because it has been a tremendously busy month, but we're going to be working on the North Stars. And Sims 2, it's on the list. It's on the list for later, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. So I'm also trying to play Sims Free Play, just as a footnote, and I think I have finally figured out you guys, I was like, oh, I should show them my phone and be like, oh, I finally figured out, I think, how to record on my phone so we can record Jurassic World with music, and I can start playing Sims Free Play and other like little app games, and I'm recording with my phone. That's like looking for your glasses when they're on. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness gracious. But yeah, so yeah, I ordered a couple little pieces, an adapter and an HDMI splitter that hopefully will make it so that I can record from my Samsung Galaxy S6, which I am in love with. It was totally worth like having a little flip phone for all those years so I could like wait for this thing to come out. But I've got an adapter and an HDMI splitter for those of you who are in the technical side of things to try to use, and they should arrive sometime next week, later in this week I should say. So hopefully I'll be able to record Sims Free Play, because it does not work with BlueStacks, which is the Android emulator that I use to play most of the app games on my computer. So unfortunately it doesn't work with BlueStacks, Sims Free Play, and next month there's supposedly going to be puppies added into Sims Free Play. So with that in mind, I really wanted to dive into it because I know how much we all love puppies and animals in general. So I really wanted to try to hop in there so we can start playing Sims Free Play as well. It's something I wanted to do for a long time, and I think it would be just a lot of fun because a lot of people seem to love the app games as well. The long-term things like zoo crafting, our Sim stories, the really emotional, touching stories like Shelter, Shelter 2. People love those. I love those. I'm also a big fan of variety, and people seem to really love the app games because you guys can play them, I can play them, we can enjoy them. They're often very cute. They're great for 10 minutes of just having a cheerful moment together. Speaking of which, I plan on playing Disco Zoo in just a little bit. I love Disco Zoo. I love Disco Zoo. Oh goodness. But yeah, what else has happened this month other than it being like it's like busy month, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Dog Sled Saga has also started up. I'm really loving Dog Sled Saga. I kind of dabbled with some I kind of dabbled with some dragon games. Not really feeling Rise of Berk, so we're going to try School of Dragon some point in the future. We had, and leading up to the big things, the 200th episode of Zoo Crafting. Holy moly. 200th episode of season 2 of Zoo Crafting, I should say. So the 700th plus episode of Zoo Crafting. And the 2-year anniversary of Zoo Crafting. So yeah, that pretty much goes to show that if you do anything for 2 years, somehow it will change your life. And Zoo Crafting and the channel have changed my life in immeasurable ways, as I mentioned last week. But I'm still like in that emotional state of being like, wow, there's a lot to think about from that. And also we had Christmas, which was really cool. And I'm actually thinking like it would be really nice to be able to share what I got for Christmas with you guys, like my beautiful teacup and some fantastic gifts from my family. A beautiful, beautiful painting. I kind of want to make the painting its own thing. Do a little update vlog. It's over on my bookshelf back there. In fact, you guys can kind of see it. You see that sunflower? That's a sneak peek of what my mom made for me and my family sent me as a Christmas present, as my Christmas present from them. And I bawled when I opened it because that flower represents my mom's happiness, that her artistic creativity. To me, my mom is like a sunflower with just its big, vibrant colors and the way it reaches for the sun and just the warmth and everything that it represents. But I'm going to try to give it its own video someday, which actually reminds me, I'm thinking about maybe cleaning up the vlog channel, scrubbing it down, making it nice and tidy, redoing the art, getting it up, because there's going to be a lot of adventures this year. Most likely, Darlene and I are probably going to be moving. We really wish we didn't have to. We love it here. We're close to his family. We have our lake. We love our apartment. Like, this is an awesome apartment. It's an amazing apartment. It's fantastic for us. It's full of greenery. Do you see how many plants are behind me? I have a whole tree behind me right now. You think that Christmas tree is going to come down anytime soon? No. As long as I can keep a tree in the house, I'm keeping a tree in the house. But yeah, we love, love, love where we live. But if we have to move for his continual schooling, then we have to move, and that will ensue many more adventures. So I'm thinking about scrubbing down like the vlogging channel because it'd be fun. I have some pretty big resolutions that I want to have for next year that I would love to share with you guys, because I find accountability to a crowd of a few thousand strangers and friends really makes you kind of try to stick through on the things you say you're going to do. So I would love to maybe just clean the vlog channel up for those of you who kind of want the more personalized side of things that isn't just like, hey, channel updates, but is like more like what Christmas meant for me, what the resolutions I have for next year are going to be, what it means to be a YouTuber, what even does that mean, am I one, you know, those kinds of things. And then just the fun things, like more snippets of the birds being adorable. I got a really cute video of like Blueberry bathing today. Blueberry, my blue finch, was bathing, and as she was bathing she was tossing water, and Loganberry, my silver finch, was standing behind her and like using the water she was throwing on him to preen and clean himself, and it was really cute. So, you know, little videos like that to share, little expeditions into what it's like to eat as a vegan to share, you know, things like that. So yeah, I wonder how many of you guys would be interested in that. Personally, I love vlogs. I'm a sucker for them, especially when they're vlogs from gaming YouTubers, because it's like, you do what I do. How do I life? How does this work? Am I doing this right? What kind of taxes do I have to pay? Like, you want to know those kinds of details, and this thing of making videos comes with zero guidelines, zero input whatsoever than what you can learn and glean and study for yourself by constant Google searches. So maybe it would help other people, maybe it just helped me if I did that. So we'll see about that. I probably am going to do it. Because I do like the vlog stuff. And there are some really big adventures we're planning on going on this year, if everything works out, and some huge things I need to do, like really hard things that I'm going to have to do this year. And you know, they're the kinds of things where if I could accomplish them, it'd be like standing on top of a mountain and be like, I have done this. I have just changed my life in ways that I can't even put into words. And I think it'd be fun to be able to record that and share that with people, because I know I find those kinds of things extremely inspiring when I see them in other people's vlogs. When they really stick to it, they have discipline, they achieve something that they knew they needed to do to change their life, and they did it. And I would like to share that with you guys. So we'll see. Oh, also, speaking of big major things we have coming up, there's a chance I could be having a little bit of surgery on next Saturday, and I have been warned that it is not the most comfortable thing. In fact, to expect a lot of pain for a few days, and it's nothing major. My health isn't in jeopardy. It's just something I have to get done, and it's like I'm being a little bit of a wimp because as it gets closer, I'm like, I'm gonna hurt, it's gonna hurt, I'm gonna be in pain, they're telling me I'm gonna hurt, and I'm one of those people who, like, if something happens while I'm, tackling a dog or helping out when I was helping out on the farm with the tigers, and you just, like, snag yourself on a barbed wire fence, it's like, oh, whatever, or like the time that the freaking parrot bit a whole chunk out of my thumb, I didn't even cry, it was just like, oh, this really hurts. But that's like unexpected pain. But if you know to expect it, like even a shot, like when you go to draw blood or something at the doctor's and I know it's coming, that's like the worst kind. But if it's just unexpected, it can be something extreme, like fracturing a finger, and I'm like, man, that doesn't feel good. But if it's like even just like, oh, I have to get a shot, like I freak out. It's really hard. Like I can control it, but you just get nervous. So I'm getting a little nervous. But I don't know how videos are going to be around the 2nd as a result, because I have no idea if I'm just going to be like, okay, just more pain meds and I'll just sit and do my recording, or if I'm just going to curl up in a tiny little ball of ow and stay that way for several days. I don't know. But I don't know if it's going to be done or if they're going to be like, no, we need to wait longer again. And so we'll see. It's nothing major. It's nothing I want to go into because it's so minor. It's just has to be done. And it's like, I don't want a shot. I don't want needles. I don't want a shot. I don't care if something bites me. I've had snakes hang off of my hands before, and it's just like, oh boy. But when you know it's coming, that's different. So there's that. And yeah, so the channel has been awesome. Lots and lots of new stuff, lots of events. I'm super tired now because it has been a fantastic, amazing month of adventure and really pushing myself. We have done pretty much special extra episodes and events every single week, and I'm a little tired, and with the surgery coming up, I'm kind of going to rest this week, and you're going to see just what I normally have scheduled, and then we'll just have to see what happens on this Saturday. And then also season 2 is ending, so that's actually kind of a big thing. I don't know what to do for the end of season 2. It's kind of like, we already did a world tour in zoo crafting, so I need your help if you guys are into zoo crafting. What's an appropriate end to season 2? Like, on the one hand, it's like a daily series, so it's like, well, we'll see you tomorrow, season 3 will start. On the other hand, it's like a major event to end a season of something. And I'm gonna have to think about that. I think I have an idea in mind. And I think I might go for it. But we'll have to see. We will have to see indeed. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas, it could be resurrecting Junior. It could be building a new tree of illumination on the other end of where the Village of Light village is going to be. It could be, oh gosh, it could be any number of ideas. But if you guys have some ideas for what you feel would be an appropriate ending to season 2, let me know. We already did a world tour. We already did a zoo tour very recently, just in the last week and a half, because of season 2 and the anniversary episode. So maybe we'll just do something fun, like we'll reward ourselves for a year, not quite a year, but in the future, the end of a season will mean the end of a year of zoo crafting with a special item. I've kind of got something in mind, so we'll see if I like that idea or not. In fact, I kind of like the idea that's starting to come in my head. So we might do something special, and then season 3 will probably be introduced with sort of an introductory arc. So it's like, hey, this is who we are, this is what we're doing, because a lot of people, when they jump into zoo crafting now, will start at one of the seasons, like usually the first episode of the newest season, and move on from there. So season 1 might be a bit longer of a special, just to kind of introduce the overall theme of what we do kind of quickly, and then we're just going to continue on like we have, but we're going to have lots of fun because I'm going to try really hard in season 3, so for the next year of zoo crafting, to really be able to adventure with our friends, to do a lot more detail work, to bring back all of the trees and the NPCs and open it up for new people, to do that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's what I mean by I need a vlog where I can just tell you guys about my New Year's resolutions. And what are some of yours? Because I am one of those people who's always super inspired by listening to New Year's resolutions, and especially seeing follow-up progress, which is why I think I'm going to do the vlog thing, so I can be like, hey, this is what I want to get done this year, and then like, here's updates on how I'm getting it done. Let it inspire you, light the fire, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, next year, like Sims 2, dinosaurs, Star Stable, a lot more console games. We've got the Elgato and the Xbox 360 moved over to the PC now. I haven't tested it out yet, but hopefully Viva Pinata and other fun things can come back in the future. We've got some interesting things lined up in February that I'm not going to talk too much about. There's something on my desk that's actually related to it, but I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. Because it's a secret. I actually can't talk about it yet, I think. Ooh, how exciting. I've never had something like that before. But yeah, so a lot going on. Later this week, end of season 2 of Zoo Crafting, beginning of season 3. Unfortunately coincides with when I might have to have surgery for just a little minor thing. And like I said, don't panic, it's nothing big, I'll be fine. I'm just not sure if I'm going to be functional for a few days. So it might be a little bit of an unexpected break, depending on how ouchy it's going to be. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I really want to bring the vlog channel back because I have some huge goals of things I want to accomplish in my life this year. And there is something about being accountable for what I do and then being able to share the joy of updates over what I've done that makes it so that I can, at least in my life, really feel like I'm making progress. Yeah, and I want to share my presents with you guys because that picture back there from my mom means the world to me. And I mean, this cup is going to be like one of my most special possessions forever now. And it's been amazing. It's been an amazing year. And we've got a lot of games to play, a lot of adventures to go on. I've got a lot of big projects that I want to try to do so we can, like I've mentioned again and again, go and actually start visiting more zoos, museums, people who are like working at wildlife rehabilitation centers, and bringing those stories to you guys too. So there's going to be constant like changes, there's going to be constant work being done, constant updating of things. And just at the tail end here, as something I just remembered, I have actually made some new playlists to try to sort our updates and vlogs playlist because it had gotten to well over 100 episodes. So I've made a couple new playlists where it has like adventures and expeditions are all in one playlist, where it's just kind of like casual adventure vlogs or Expedition Sunday vlogs. And then I have community updates, so all of the community updates that we've ever had, all the way back from our first like thank you for 1,000 subscribers video to this current one, will be listed in that community updates playlist, and I'll continue to sort them and provide new playlists for them as time goes on, so you guys can enjoy like all the Specimen Saturdays are now in their own playlist properly now, and just things like that. So yeah, life is amazing, you guys are amazing, the end of year is coming, and that just means that there are so many more adventures and new things to be doing for the next year. So I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. I hope you enjoy the new teacup that's so pretty, has a little hummingbird on it. See, little hummingbird. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye, guys, and have a wonderful day, okay?